Thanks a lot. I am from Chicago. I just moved here. I've got a huge family back in Chicago. Got 11 nieces and nephews. My oldest brother, he's got 5 daughters. I was like, how did you manage to have 5 girls? He said, I'd prayed God would surround me with beautiful women, and this was his answer. I went back home for the holidays, and some of our white trash cousins showed up to Christmas dinner. I think you know what I'm talking about. Every family's got white trash, and if you don't, guess what? You're it. I'll give you an example. My youngest cousin walks in. She's 18 months old. She started staring at me like I owed her money. So finally, after a minute, I go, hey, cuz, why is a baby staring at me like that? He goes, that's her shit face. I go, what? He goes, yeah, she's taking a shit right now. Like, that is awesome. Like, why can't we do that? Hey, Ken, I need you to work overtime this week. Oh. Ken, you taking a shit right now? Well, that'd be great. I have a sister. My sister's a very liberal parent. She doesn't believe in spanking, which is fine. It's a choice that all parents have to make. If you want little assholes running around, whatever. She asked me to babysit all the time back in the day. I don't know anything about kids. I don't have kids of my own. So she'd leave me instructions on how to raise her children in the next 90 minutes. And one of the titles said discipline. It said if Zachary is bad, he's my 5-year-old nephew. If he's bad, you put him in timeout. So I called her up. I go, what the hell is timeout? Well, if he's bad, you put him in the corner for 5 minutes till he learns his lesson. It's like, well, is the corner going to teach him the lesson? So you and I have very different definitions of timeout. Because when I was growing up, timeout was more like, timeout, Dad, I think you broke my nose. All right, 2 more bites of broccoli, big guy, you got it. Because you didn't mess with my parents growing up. Like, I grew up in a prison. My mom was the warden, my dad the executioner. I got spanked maybe 5 times my whole life, but they were all memorable experiences. My father is the toughest man I've ever known my whole life. He was a firefighter for 35 years. How about a round of applause for all of our firemen? And a policeman out there, man. I come from 3 generations of firefighters, my grandfather, my father, and all of my brothers. And people always ask me, Ken, how come you're not a firefighter? I said, it's simple. Fire is very hot. And the smoke hurts my eyes. I mean, like the barbecue. I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, who wants cheese? Apparently I'm gay when I barbecue. I don't know, it just sound like those. The sausage is ready. It was weird. I wanted to be a fireman the whole time I was growing up. My dad was my hero. Then one day it was bring your kid to work day. It's going to show my dad how brave I am. Found out I have a medical condition that prevents me from being a firefighter. Every time I went to run into a burning building with my dad, I'd shit my pants and faint. He'd be like, is that your shit face? Like, you're adopted. It's dangerous work. Like every once in a while, my dad would get hurt in a fire. I came home one time, he had both of his arms in slings. I was like, what happened? He's like, I was at a fire, I fell through a hole in the roof, and I separated both of my shoulders. Like, oh my God, you can't move your arms at all? I said, no. I said, who's the tough guy now, huh, Dad? I finally stopped hitting him. This is how tough my old man is. He looks at me, he goes, I'll heal one day, you won't. You don't mess with that. Some badass shit. My dad did a good job raising us. There's 3 boys in our family. There are certain things that fathers teach their sons. You dads out there know what I'm talking about. Got to teach your son how to shave or maybe how to tie a tie. But there are certain things that fathers either forget to teach their sons or let you figure out on your own. A couple of weeks ago, my sister said to me, Ken, you got a nose hair sticking out of your nose. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. I can't even keep it on my head. It's coming out of my nose. Like, really? Thanks, Jesus. So I go in the bathroom, and there it is, just staring at me. Hi. And I thought, well, I don't know what to do about nose hair. My father never taught me this. So I had to figure it out on my own. And it was time to be a man. So I did what made sense at the time. I took my thumb and my index finger, and I grabbed it, and I yanked it out of my nose. And when I woke up on that bathroom floor an hour later, there was a piece of brain at the end of that bastard. Holy shit! And how is nose hair connected to a nerve in your ass? How does that work? Like, what? What just happened? I called my dad, I go, how come you never taught me about Noser? He goes, who's the tough guy now, bitch? My name is Ken Garr. Thank you so much, Flappers. Have a great night.